can hear you playing music or stuff.
Yeah.
Can you hear that?
I didn't hear a thing.
Wonder if that means the people can't hear a thing. Hold on. While we are live-ish. No.
Wait a minute.
Full
Are
definition.
my headphones not plugged in? My headphones are not plugged in.
Well, that makes a big difference.
Probably be a problem. Let me see. All right, try it now.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I heard that, but I'm echoing like a bitch.
Nah, don't worry
I'm
about
probably hearing myself through your mic.
that. That's what I would guess. As long as it doesn't come out in the final edit, that way we're okay.
Mm-hmm.
And if it does, then I just got a lot of work to do. But whatever, man.
It's like whatever, man.
All right. I didn't even look to see if I had this open. I do. Okay, good. Can you hear this? Okay. I was listening to a little shine it.
But look how fast it went. We hold these truths to be self-evident. That's why ragamuffin.
Okay.
All right, now I got
Sometimes you got to be a ragamuffin. What's up, Ken? And happy Dead Soldier Day to you too. Oh, a whole weekend of dead soldiers. Cool.
That's wrong.
Well, you know what I mean.
Didn't you explain this to everybody
I have.
multiple times?
I have, and I always do. Yeah, I don't tell people not to say Happy Memorial Day because it's a day off and they do cookouts and stuff. Just because I'm an ass about the difference between Veterans Day and Memorial Day doesn't mean that they should not celebrate. You should definitely celebrate. All right. Speaking of celebrating, ready to celebrate a 5 and 3?
Sure.
Okay, play. Then let's do this. Hold on. Last minute massage. Okay, player. Let's do this with a Shri. Who's your mom?
This week on the Mr. Throwback Thursday podcast, we bring you a casting update on Zombie Plane. Congress happy to be backing that ass up. Snoop watching flea market ape films. More Diddy news than we care to talk about. And we try to make it up to you with new music. What else? Let's listen.
It's not just any day. It's Mr. Throwback Thursday.
All you kids want to get on and shit.
You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
How can I be damned?
At the count of 3, I want y'all to tell me the name of my DJ. 1, 2, 3.
Talkers talk and the breakers break. Like the fellas say oh and the girls say hey. Give it up for the DJ, Mr. Throwback Thursday.
And now, here's your hosts, Bill Winters and Mr. Throwback Thursday himself, Jamie Robinson.
Special, pleasant hello. Welcome to Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 539. Coming at you live and direct from Virginia and Virginia. Because if you look over Jamie's shoulder, I am here.
Are you here?
You know it. You know.
Yes, and people who are watching, Ken, if you notice a delay between Bill's face and you hearing him, it is a separate connection. So he is watching StreamYard over there, but he is talking over here. And it is a very oddball thing that nobody really needs to know about, but I felt the need to share.
So if I act like I'm echoing in my own ear, that's why.
Because he is. He is.
So welcome to Mr. Throwback Thursday, the Memorial Day weekend edition.
Yes.
We are recording on Memorial Day weekend as I made the drive down on Wednesday.
You did.
It is Friday as we record.
Which is a very strange thing in itself.
It is.
Let me
But-
take this away from your face.
I will be driving quite a bit on Sunday. So
Yes, so it doesn't make sense for us to do this on Sunday morning and then you do get in the car at lunchtime and leave.
no, I want to get home at a relatively decent time. So we are here. We are doing it live
Yes.
and direct from the Commonwealth of VA.
The communist wealth of Virginia. Yes.
You said that yesterday. I almost shit my pants.
Look at my green screen, man.
I see your green screen.
It doesn't exist because my actual screen is over there.
Yes.
But if you look on my screen, my
Yes.
my Mario thing here,
yeah,
the pipe behind me has all my records on it from
I
my
see that. It's kind of funny.
stupid things that you notice when you don't actually have your green screen up, but you have green items in your game room.
I have my background up, even though I don't have a green screen up,
Yes.
and it still covers me.
Yeah.
So we have quite a bit of hip hop headlines for this week.
We do,
We have some woo news.
as we always do.
We have the one and done, which you told me about yesterday, and I
And you still said, who?
and you said exactly. Record of the week, which should be pretty good one considering it's a, I guess, conglomerate, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
We'll remind you who the artist of the month is, and then we have an old to the new.
We do.
We love to bring you new music from our classic hip hop
Hmm.
performers. I will read some lyrics
Yes.
in person right behind him. So
So I may just turn around and go like this.
yeah,
Who knows?
and then I will turn around and look at him and go, which you can see in the background.
See, I guess you guys should have been here if you aren't here. This is like a
So-
personal show for Ken.
We are performing for a live studio audience of each other.
Yep. This
So
episode of
with
Mr.
that
Throwback
being
Thursday
said-
recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Of one.
One. Yes.
One. So with that being said, would
Mhm.
you be so kind to kick this pig and hit me up with a little bit of that Triple H?
Yay, yay.
To the hip, dip, the hop, you don't stop, don't stop. Got effects with the real hip hop, hip hop. To the hip, dip, the hop, you don't quit, don't quit. Got effects and we came to rip shit, rip shit. To the hip, dip, the hop, you don't stop, don't stop. Got effects with the real hip hop, hip hop. To the hip, dip, the hop, you don't quit, don't quit. Got
This is
effects
Hip Hop Headlines brought to you by Mr. Throwback Thursday.
Well, get on it. It's your turn.
My turn will start with a zombie plane update.
Well, you need those. You got to have a zombie plane update anytime there's a zombie plane update.
This might be the greatest casting I've ever seen.
And did you see what his role is?
Yes, you told it to me before. Fangoria.com,
Yes.
the preeminent source for the kind of movies that we grew up watching.
Yes. I used to get Fango all the time.
Zombie Plane will star Vanilla Ice
Which we knew,
and Chuck Norris,
which we did not know.
and they will be playing Vanilla Ice
And
and Chuck Norris.
yes, they will.
A real stretch there.
But now my question is, was Chuck Norris in any way involved in the flight that caused this whole thing? Or is it just because they've gone with the angle of Vanilla Ice as a special agent and he was trained by Chuck Norris?
I would venture to say this was a writing consideration and
Mhm.
not real thing, because
Well, you would think the whole thing was not a real thing until you realize it was a real thing.
yes, Zombie Plane centers on a secret government organization
Mm-hmm.
that recruits celebrities to be undercover agents who together must save humanity from a zombie attack.
And again, spawned from a true incident that happened to one Rob Van Winkle. But he's not the one who wrote the story. Some other guy wrote this movie
Mhm.
and then reached out to ICE and said, hey, would you be in this movie that I wrote?
So Chuck Norris will be playing
Commander
Chuck Norris.
Yes.
Who, quote, mentored and trained ICE into becoming a deadly secret agent.
Secret agent man.
And there's going to be all sorts of celebrity cameos with a 90s pop soundtrack.
And the soundtrack
Including-
is key.
Something's going to have to be key,
Yes.
including tracks by Vanilla Ice himself. So expect the Zombie Plane soundtrack to be a record of the week sometime in the future on Mr. Throwback.
Yes,
Thursday.
when it is available.
Oh, man.
Sorry, Ken, if I'm looking away, it's because my wife is sending me messages from a what would you call the place they are? It is a bizarre place.
It's How Bizarre. How
Yes.
bizarre.
I think it's the Bodacious Bazaar,
Ah.
if you will.
Now I can't hear If You Will without thinking of Dusty Rhodes and Daniel from your
Jerky face.
jerky face slot machine videos.
Yes. Shout out to Vegas Low Roller on YouTube.
Yes. Chuck Norris, whose previous credits include Walker, Texas Ranger,
Yep.
and The Way of the Dragon.
Isn't he in Delta Force?
Yeah, he was in that too.
Yeah.
Not exactly known for his work in horror.
No, but is Vanilla Ice known for his work in horror outside of Cool as Ice?
No,
I mean,
and that was just a horror to watch.
It was.
Um,
I'd
He
watch it
hasn't-
again.
and Chuck hasn't been acting very much lately. I
Was it
think the
because he's
last-
88 or however
could
old
be.
he is?
I mean, the picture that they have of him on this is from Dodgeball, which might be the last thing I saw.
That
him.
saw me. Was he dodging a wrench?
No, he
Okay.
was giving the thumbs up
Yes.
to Vince Vaughn, allowing Peter LaFleur and his friends to
Pirate
compete.
Steve and
Pirate Steve, Steve the pirate. Who's Steve the pirate?
he's the guy who's dressed as a pirate.
My whole thing from that movie is when the guy with the goggles is like, L for love. And the guy, L for love. That's not what that says.
That's not what this
Let him go. That's a nice little thing they have.
Yes.
My wife will do that to me every now and I'll be like, L for love. She's like, yeah.
And then she hits you with a dodgeball in the face. Yes.
because I can't dodge a wrench.
No.
So I can't
no.
dodge a ball. The fact that Chuck agreed to do a meta zombie movie, kind of interesting.
Yeah. I mean, what do you got to do to sell Chuck Norris on this movie? It's not like Bruce Willis or Nick Cage who will do anything that they've been asked to be in. Chuck Norris
I
has
don't
been
think Bruce
out of the
Willis is
game.
doing anything right now.
Well, not now, no. No speaking roles, at least.
Oh shit! Wow.
But yeah, no, him and Nick Cage did like 38 movies a year for 10 years.
Yeah. We were talking earlier this morning about Nikki Glazer on those roasts.
Yes.
When they were doing the Bruce Willis roast, she says, I don't think I've ever seen a Bruce Willis movie consensually. She says it's always the movies that are on when some guy is trying to finger me on his couch.
That's what you said about Bruce Willis movies too, right?
She says I find it very hard to enjoy these movies when I've got a knuckle in me. It's like, what the fuck?
That's a very Nikki Glazer thing to say, though.
She was the best. Zombie Plane uses comedy, the zombie genre, and 90s nostalgia as a vehicle to comment on pop culture as much as it feeds it, creating unforgettable one-liners and situational comedy to the extreme.
Yeah, of course.
And that just screams Chuck Norris to me. Zombie
I'm
Plane
gonna
does
see
not currently it does not currently have a release date,
It does not.
but as soon
Or
as
a trailer.
or a trailer,
I'm
or
waiting.
anything other than just a couple of mentions in Fangoria and on this show.
What up, Cranky? I told you how to get away from those ads. You just subscribe to the show,
Well, now he knows.
and no one's half the battle.
So Chuck Norris is going to be in Zombie Plane.
Yes.
Okay.
And thanks to Mr. Cranky Pants for letting us know that. Because we knew it was a thing. We did not know it had added Commander Chuck Norris to the cast.
So our next article, congressional resolution to BTAU.
You know what BTAU is?
Back that ass up.
Damn straight it is.
And that would be the one and only Juvenile.
It would
honored
be.
with a congressional resolution in Washington, D.C.
For what?
His impact on hip hop. They couldn't have picked anybody better.
Mm. Nobody could back that ass up like him.
There's got to be a Sex in the White House joke there, and I just can't find it.
Oh, sex at a white party would be a Diddy joke, but we're not we're not doing that.
That's where the back hugs and Carl Winslow come
Yep,
in.
backing that ass up. All right.
After blessing the music industry with decades of unforgettable music,
Back that ass up. Or back that thing up if you're
Or, yes, if you're radio friendly.
yes.
Radio edit. Juvenile honored with a congressional resolution in Washington, D.C. on, it says, according to The Hill,
Anita.
award presentation. Yes, Anita Hill. Yeah, this happened a while ago, but they don't give an exact date.
No. doesn't matter.
Congressman Troy Carter gave the accolade to him, whose birth name is Terrius Gray. Hope I pronounced that right.
It's very juvenile.
It is very juvenile.
He got that name when he was a juvenile.
In his resolution, Carter noted the 48-year-old New Orleans native's career accomplishments and recognized him as a trailblazer of the Southern style of hip hop.
Okay. I'm not going to argue with that.
No, I suppose that's somewhat legitimate, but I just think it's funny. All the people they could have chosen
For their impact.
for their Impact Award. Why didn't they just go with Mr. Cal?
Because he's
Instead of
in
backing
jail.
That ass up. He was shaking that.
He was.
and so much to work with.
But somebody wasn't watching themselves and they got locked up again.
Well, if Juvenile backs that ass up, he can back it up like Carl Winslow did to Diddy.
Yeah. Ain't nobody trying to do that.
Carl Winslow was.
That's because he would do things that he was against for money.
What was the song? That's what the things people do
For
for money.
what people do for money. I gotta take a picture of the 5-time. You go ahead.
5 time. Which was my idea, by
Well,
the
of
way.
course, it's good that you have ideas to benefit the show.
I saw that thing and I was like, why does Czarface look like Booker T?
I had him close.
And that's when I said you got to turn the hands around because then he could be 5 time. Let's go to our next article. Hip Hop DX will bring
Thank you,
us
Cranky.
this
We will try.
Planet of the what?
Yeah, this is. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can put a picture up on the screen. You go ahead. I'll see if I can make this work.
Snoop Dogg,
Yes,
Uncle Snoop, who we love,
we do.
hilariously stumbles on a movie on Tubi
Yep.
that he thought was a new Planet of the Apes film. Now, keep in mind, there is a new
Yes.
Planet of the Apes film.
Kingdom of, right? That's the new one.
Yes.
Okay.
This ain't it.
No, let me show you a picture as best I can here. This is. I might be able to enlarge here. Enhance. Oh, sorry. No, I cannot. Can I open this image? I cannot. Okay. So this dude here, it looks like you went to like a party city and said, "Can I have an ape mask, and they said, "Here you go," and you put it on. No eye makeup, no.
That is not Party City. That is Spirit Halloween all the way.
Well, Spirit Halloween moved into an old Party City around here, so.
No, I think up where I am, they're going to move into all the Red Lobsters
Oh
because
wow!
they closed them.
Well, safe travels, John and Sarah. They're heading north,
Oh, well, safe travels.
and thank
Where
you for
is north?
stopping in to let us know.
Some idiot in the background of my screen. Oh, of your screen.
Well, yeah, that would be you.
I would be one of your two favorite idiots.
You
We
would
say
be.
that every week.
But anyway,
Cranky, a gas station we passed.
indeed.
Cranky was super cranky for the short time he was.
Well, that's
here.
because he's at work.
Stupid ads, stupid podcast in the middle of the stupid work day, stupid idiot in the background, stupid exceeding my monthly data. He's an angry man.
No, he's just slightly cranky. It's all right.
He knows slightly about it. So this film that he found on Tubi, he posted a clip of it on Instagram.
Now, number one, Snoop, you know better than to think anything brand new
Is going on
is on
Tubi.
Tubi.
He says the rap legend explains how he stumbled on the bizarre movie. He says, "This is some strange bullshit. I went to Tubi thinking I was finna watch the motherfucking Planet of the Apes 2024, and this shit comes on." Again, it hasn't even been released in the theaters yet, has it?
I think it just came out like a week or so ago.
Okay, because today's Friday as we record. It might
Yeah,
be
my
released
mom
to-
already saw it.
Oh, okay. So it was last week then.
Yeah.
He says, "Look at this bullshit. They got me. Revenge of the Planet of the Apes. Look at this bullshit." Of course, people who saw the post were dying.
Well,
Somebody's
yeah, I
like-
would have too.
Somebody's like, they got Snoop watching the Planet of Escapes. And this is exactly what it is.
Yeah, it's rough looking at best.
Snoop was actually watching a 2017 film called Empire of the Apes,
Strikes Back.
a low budget ripoff
No way, really?
of the Planet of the Apes series. Yeah.
Now,
it-
this is something that I would watch.
It is. I mean, it's something that I might watch with you before we leave.
Yes, but it's one of those things that we go, oh, look at this dumb motherfucking movie. Let's watch this.
The last time I was here, we watched
Lamageddon, right?
Lamageddon,
And
Attack of the Killer Donuts.
yes.
So, but we
Didn't
did
that have
not
C. Thomas Howell?
Yes. And then we also almost watched, I should say,
Almost watched.
Velocipaster,
Velocipaster, yes.
but we did not.
It's still in my queue.
And I haven't been here in 3 years. That's a long time.
But you do remember the dude in Lamageddon who kept changing his
kept
shirt
changing
every
his
scene?
Emily talks about that all the time.
That is the one thing I remember about the movie, aside from the red eyes, the laser eyes of the llamas.
Yes. And the fact that the guy changed his shirt. What did we count? 55
It was some insane number of times that he changed his shirt. They
If-
could have made a better money, or they could have made a better movie if they took the money and put it into their wardrobe, or the money they put into their wardrobe and put it into the film.
Yeah.
What's up, Charles?
Chuck Musante in the house.
That's what it says.
Holy son of a gun. Hello, Charles. Another proud veteran, by the way.
Yes.
And
Who also knows that it is not Veterans Day.
yes. And
And to you, sir.
yes. We are here talking about classic hip hop. I am in Virginia with him, as you can see over
Yes.
the shoulder. There I am.
Bam.
And we're talking about the fact that Snoop Dogg does not know the difference between a multi-million-dollar summer
Blockbuster, if they still
film,
make them, yes. And a 2017.
Tubi ripoff.
You don't need to go to see Planet of the Apes. We have Planet of the Apes at home.
It's like you don't need to eat McDonald's. We can make hamburgers at
That's
home.
right.
This ain't McDonald's. Diddy does Netflix.
Slightly different than what your wife thought the X-rated film of the year was.
Yes, before we get into that, let's just say that the TBT posse was represented last night.
Yes, very well.
At a trivia night.
Where people were cheating, not us.
And we still won.
You damn right we did.
So one of the questions they asked was, what is the only X-rated movie to win best picture
yes.
at the Oscars? And none of us knew.
No.
We decided on Behind the Green Door, which I knew wasn't right,
Yeah.
but I had to put something
But
down.
it also was definitely not Debbie Does Dallas.
No, my wife yells that out. Debbie Does Dallas. I'm like,
Let's
Why are
pick
you
another
s-
1970s porn movie instead. Hold on.
yeah. And that's what I was thinking was, why are we screaming out random porno movie names?
Because that's how you do.
But the answer ended up being
Midnight Cowboy, wasn't it?
Midnight Cowboy. Yes.
But anyway, we won.
So anyway, Diddy, 50 Cent, I should say, has
You should
sold
say.
a documentary about Diddy to Netflix after a bidding war. Fitty has been all over Diddy.
Not like that. Not like Diddy been
No,
over other people.
No back hugs. No, Fitty's the greatest Instagram troll of all time.
I'll allow it.
Fitty's been hyping up his Diddy documentary for months, and we've talked about this in the past.
Yes.
He wasn't trolling his archenemy as the project landed a prestigious new home. Sources.
Are we calling
familiar with
Netflix
this-
prestigious at this point?
You know what?
It's prestigious for him to have sold to a multi-billion-dollar company.
Netflix has so many exclusives now. I would say
Well,
they
yes,
are
'cause
prestigious.
They throw money at it.
They've got it to throw.
I know because they ate Blockbuster. I know.
You've got to be pretty prestigious to have that kind of money.
I don't know. Diddy got a lot of money
Well, he was prestigious at some point.
at
too,
some point.
but and the clip they have in here is from his apology video.
Yes.
Oh my God. So anyway, 50's got a multi-part documentary about the sexual assault allegations
Mhm.
against one Sean Piss Dookie Puff Diddy Daddy Farty Licky Combs.
That's that guy.
That was the first name we gave him. by the
Puff
way.
Diddy Daddy Farty Licky. Yeah.
Yes. Then we changed it a couple of times. And now it's Piss Dookie.
It is. It's a lot easier that way.
But
It is Diddy when we are accusing him of things or reporting on accusing him of things. We don't
Mhm.
accuse him of anything. We weren't there. We don't know. It's like
no,
Vietnam.
no back hugs for us.
No.
Multiple sources familiar say they were a bidding war produced through G Unit Films
Mhm.
with multiple networks and all of the streaming platforms attempting to land this.
That doesn't surprise me at all. This is the hot button issue right now. And
Mhm.
if somebody's taking care of the legwork to go out and interview people, and all we got to do is put it on our service,
Mhm.
yeah, it's worth the money.
Because they're going to get a ton of hits.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Now look how Surviving R. Kelly did.
Surviving R. Kelly did huge.
Yeah, I haven't watched
Finding
it, but
Neverland did
Mhm.
huge.
also didn't watch that one.
That one I did watch. That was kind of disturbing.
Yeah. Well, I would assume that's why there was a video made about it.
But it was disturbing on multiple levels. It was disturbing for the victims,
Well, of course.
but it was disturbing for the people who just went out of their way to just completely hammer him after he died. It's very easy to do these things when a guy can't defend himself.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it any less wrong if
No.
he did what he did. But because he's dead, we can't 100%
You can't-
say he
You
did
can't
or
get
not.
an apology like Piss Dookie did.
Oh, because that was so sincere. Ultimately, the big red N emerged as the victor in the bidding war.
Doom doom.
And I guess the new docuseries will hit the streamer sooner rather than later. So,
Will it be sooner than Zombie Plane?
yes.
Okay.
I would put $100 in a slot machine on it.
Okay, play it.
You know, fresh 100. out of the new
Get that
machine.
fresh hundo. Yep.
Crescendo. The rap mogul was just hit with another civil lawsuit last week.
Yeah, last week, yeah.
Model Crystal McKinney accused him, I should say, of sexually assaulting her all the way back in 2003. Man, he's got some history of this shit.
Well, yeah, that's the problem. The history is out there. It's just so many people did not
quiet.
report on it when it happened then.
Yeah. She came forward after the 2016 security footage of Diddy beating the piss out of Cassie
Mhm.
in a hotel hallway. Cassie previously accused Diddy of the abuse and settled out of court one day later, which he had denied he ever did.
Right.
And then the video came out. And he's like, okay, I did it. But I was in a fucked up place.
Right.
Yeah, you were in a fucked up place.
You're about to be in a fucked up place.
Mm-hmm. He's about to find out why they call it the pokey.
Mm-hmm.
He still has.
It'll be Diddy does
other
Dallas.
Diddy does Dallas.
Dallas
Nice.
does Diddy.
Mhm. Dallas spelled backwards is salad. So something's getting tossed
Jelly or syrup?
on his twat waffle.
I prefer syrup.
But yeah, he's still got other sexual assault claims and several different lawsuits.
Mhm.
And, of
And
course,
what
has
bothers me
denied
is
every
everybody-
single one of them.
Yeah, everybody coming and saying, "Oh, well, this person's just coming out of the woodwork trying to put things on him because of this."
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's just like Weinstein. Somebody had the courage to step forward and say, "This is what happened," and then other people said, "If she can do it, I can come forward too." There is a very big difference between, "Oh, this charge is against him. I'm gonna say he did that to me too." That's not what I'm seeing here.
No, what I'm seeing is people who were wronged, who were probably shamed into silence,
Right. Or
And-
or paid into silence.
and now saying, no, I deserve the self-worth.
Right.
Of
Somebody else
saying-
had the courage to come forward. I can at least follow.
Because,
Support
you know,
their claim.
You owe it to yourself.
Yeah.
It's terrible that people are victimized, but until you come forward, you victimize yourself, I think, just as much.
And I think it's worse when people don't believe and blame the victim, which there's a ton of in this because of who's being accused and how much
Well,
power
that's-
he has over other people.
And that's that crazy celebrity worship mentality that you and I
Yeah.
have talked about in the past.
Yeah. Or the
That's-
people that are in his circle that he did things for and they feel they owe him
That's
because
even
of the
worse.
celebrity they acquired.
Yeah, that's even worse.
Yeah.
But how does 50 Cent fit into all this? Because he's a troll.
And because he's a very good businessman.
And he's been trolling Diddy.
He sees
For
a market
years
and he
about this
exploits
shit.
it.
He weighed in on the allegations as well as the federal raids on Bad Boy Records founders LA and Miami homes. I was like, you know what? There's smoke. There's got to be some fire.
This is true.
Let me do a little digging. Oh, you don't want to know what's funny? TMZ presents the downfall of Diddy, which is on Tubi
It's on
Originals.
Tubi, yes.
Maybe Snoop came across that accidentally too.
He's gonna wait until 50 drops his on Netflix and he's gonna check it out on Tubi instead.
He's gonna click on this and say, "Why does Planet of the Apes look like Diddy?" This is why you don't smoke as much weed as he does, folks.
No, please don't.
Because you're going to start thinking Diddy's one of, you know, Cornelius Diddy. That's his,
Dr. Diddy.
Dr. Diddy. Next article, like that,
Yes,
and this comes to us from our friends at Hip Hop DX.
it does. Amazing.
The artist formerly known as Mos Def,
Mhm.
now known as
Yasin.
Yasin Bey, has returned with a new freestyle over the track Like That by Future and Kendrick Lamar.
Yep.
New bars out of the blue. He spat a freestyle over Like That. He was filming himself on Instagram Live last Tuesday when he decided to kick an impromptu freestyle over the beat to that track, which actually sampled Rodney O and Joe Cooley.
It did. Let me see if I can put this. I don't know how to play.
Brother Bay, like Brother Jay says, yuck. Maintenance and empire, gladiator circus world. Greedy, seedy, and creepy. Horny, and boring. Bougie, goofy, and moody. Foolish, ruthless, and clueless. Variations on the petty big three. A whole lot to look at, but not much to see. Pimps build a war machine.
That's not my
Pay
connection.
the bill, small land to still, small crops to kill. Yuck, said the devil to the Senate, send a memo to the minions how the slaves prepare dinner.
I don't know who's watching
Souls
this and
burning up some
commenting on
scriptures, smoking on some knickers. Yuck, ain't this ignorance delicious? Said the devil's over dinner, scream of money is religion. They built this city of silliness and suffering. Bestsellers are your worst impulsiveness. Yuck. Yuck.
He says, "Yuck."
Now he's talking about the big three
That
which I
they've
guess
called
right now
themselves.
is- yeah, that's what they call them.
Yeah.
Kendrick, Drake, and J. Cole.
J. Cole, yes.
And it doesn't surprise me because he's been on Drake's ass.
Yeah, talking about he was music you heard in a department store or something like that.
He says his music is pop and said it's the perfect soundtrack to a shopping trip.
Yeah.
And we talked about this. I think the exact quote was, if I was in Target in Houston and I heard a Drake song, it feels a lot like his music is compatible with shopping or shopping with an edge in certain,
Ooh.
certain instances.
In Greenwich, Connecticut. Yes.
Drake initially responded to that by posting an old interview clip of Clifford Smith Jr., professionally known as, while writing, "What Umi say again? Let me shine my light, King. Don't change up now," which is a reference to
To most Def.
Mos Def's songs. Umi says,
Yes.
but Drake needs to shut the fuck up.
Yes. And hopefully this coming from Yasi. When
Mos Def.
yeah, I don't believe in the whole dead naming thing, but he was been most deaf as long as he's been performing music.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult for me to say Yasin Bey. I kind of picture Yasin Bey as his legal name, and Mos Def in my brain is still his performing name, even though it is not.
Right.
But yes, Mos Def.
I mean, everything I ever saw him in, even on his acting things, was Mos Def.
Right.
So that's how I
Well,
know.
that's because the world knew him that way.
But anyway,
A gas station we passed.
Drake fired back at him, called him a bohemian bucket, which I
Yeah.
guess is Toronto slang for
Crackhead. Yeah. Beige flag right there.
We learned that last night. Drake needs to shut up. First of all, you need to shave that fucking unibrow. Second of all, you need to get rid of that god awful facial hair. And third, why does your mouth look like a catfish?
Same reason his
Trout.
breath smells like birdseed.
Trout mouth motherfucker. And he can't rhyme for shit.
I don't listen.
So
Don't listen.
Bey actually responded to Drake, called him a talented MC, but said, put more substance in your music. He
Yeah.
says, if you like to speak to me directly, you can at any point. I reached out to Chappelle and actually reached out to you.
Yeah. No, there will be more discussion of lack of substance when we get to Woo News.
Yes. Because you'll find out. About
Yes.
Best album ever,
According to
according to the fruit company that makes quadrillions of dollars.
not the Beatles record one.
No.
No.
You know, that little logo on the back of most of people's phones,
Yeah.
except yours, because you've never been an iPhone guy.
No, I had an iPhone 4. And then I said, fuck this. I'm going back to my Samsung.
Apple Music released the 100 greatest albums of all time.
I think Rolling Stone did this a week ago too. And Spotify has released the best
And none of them are the same.
No, it's like the best diss tracks in the streaming era or so. Everybody wants to put out a list with their name on it.
Yeah. Just to get people talking.
Right. And which we're doing. So they're
So
doing it
successful.
well.
Hip Hop DX and other major
Yes.
sources, including Apple Music, reporting that the miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Which, again, great album. We are not talking shit about the album itself.
Other than the fact it's an R&B album.
Well, it is, yes.
And it's a one and done.
It is. Until it's not.
Well, it was named the greatest album on their 100 greatest albums by Apple Music.
Right. And what metric are they using to determine greatness?
I have absolutely no idea.
That's always my biggest issue with the greatest anything. What are you determining greatness by? Units sold?
So Ebro Darden from Apple shared the news with Lauryn Hill in person, posted a video of the moment on Instagram. We surprised Ms. Lauryn Hill at an intimate dinner in New York to tell her. What they didn't say was that it was scheduled to be lunch, but that's when she showed up
Right.
for dinner. To let her know that the miseducation of Lauryn Hill was number one on our hashtag 100 best albums list. And she probably said something along the lines of, are white people still listening to
Yeah.
it? Because if they are, I don't want them to.
Yep. And the biggest stink I've seen online about this list has nothing to do with really who she's ahead of or even her placement on the list. It's where Nas's Illmatic is on this list.
Mhm.
So nothing about, I can't believe Ms. Lauryn Hill is above Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Which was number two.
Right. No questions about that. It's just, why is Nas so low on the list?
Where did Nas come in? I forget.
I have no idea. I skimmed the list when it first came out just to see who she was ahead of.
Yeah. I don't have the time to
No,
look it
no,
up right
and-
now, but
and
I mean, they mentioned a couple of records that are
Right.
on here.
Yeah, and I put no stock in this list anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I do remember being pleasantly surprised that Purple Rain was number 4. Thriller was 2. Abbey Road was 3. We will definitely try to do that, Chuck. You have a great weekend. my
Enjoy your
friend.
weekend
Always
too,
good to
sir.
see you. But yeah, Lauryn Hill was 1. Thriller 2. Abbey Road was 3. Purple Rain was 4. Frank Ocean was number 5.
Yeah, that's very strange.
Other hip hop and R&B albums that Hip Hop DX listed that's on here were Kendrick Lamar, whose Good Kid, Mad City
Mhm.
came in at number 7. Beyonce's Lemonade came in at 10. That's not a hip hop album, by the way.
No, it doesn't say hip hop album. It says albums.
It says, oh, well, hip hop and R&B stars.
Right.
Okay. So, and number 10 or number 13, I should say, was Jay-Z with The Blueprint. Other seminal albums to make the list were Dr. Dre's The Chronic at 19.
Mm-hmm.
Pass with My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy at 26. Tribe Called Quest with The Low End Theory at 29. Oh, here's Illmatic at 39.
There you go. That's
And
what everybody's
Biggie's-
complaining.
And Biggie's Ready to Die at 32. I'm surprised they didn't put the Fugees in here.
Takes a Nation of Millions, isn't it there?
Not that I saw,
Okay. And we are moving on.
because now this list has no currency
No.
for me at all. So congratulations, I guess, to Lauryn Hill for
Yes.
a completely worthless award that, just fluffs her feathers a little bit, and that's it.
As most awards do, but
I'm like you. I would love to know the criteria that they used.
yeah, for greatest.
Yeah. But anyway, who booked him? I sent you this one.
Yes. This is another one. It's everywhere now, but this
Well, I saw it originally the day it happened.
Yes.
On New York Post. And I sent it to you, and I said, "Cam, don't play that Diddy shit."
No, or the CNN shit.
Cameron was on CNN for some stupid reason,
Yeah, he didn't know that's why he was there.
and all they did was ask him about this Diddy video.
Mm-hmm.
Now he was on there thinking he was going to promote this new drink that he has, which is a libido enhancer
That he was drinking during the interview
at the time. So CNN anchor Abby Phillip,
Very, very popular anchor woman person.
just a disastrous interview.
Yeah. Okay. I am not saying we are CNN level interviewers, because we are not. But what we do different than the general talking head interviewing public is we research our interviewees. You know, we haven't had anybody on here. I think Amen's the only one we've ever had on here that we didn't know before they came on.
Right.
So we
And
already
said
have
that right off the bat. We said, "Hey, we don't know much about you. Tell everybody
Yeah.
about you."
Yeah, but we went and researched and found out stuff to have questions for them. The majority of the people we interview, we know who they are and what they've done, and then we just dig for deeper stuff to make it interesting. CNN, Abby Phillips is not doing her own research.
No.
She has a team, and they hand her questions and put it on the screen, and she asks the questions. Which is why if we were to interview Cameron, it would go very differently than a talking head reading a teleprompter, having no idea what she's about to say to who
Actually,
she's saying.
If we interviewed Cameron, the first question I would say is, "So, do you think you were getting punked with that CNN shit?" Because that's what it looked like to us.
Yeah,
So he was on.
that's what it
there.
felt like
He
to
was-
him.
He was asked if he recognized the disturbing side of Piss Dookie from the video of him assaulting Cassie Ventura.
Yes, and as you and I were talking, Cam and Diddy are both in the hip hop music industry.
And
That's
didn't work together.
right. That's about where that relationship stops.
Mm-hmm. So he says everything in the video is egregious and I'm against it. But he doesn't, he's also clarified, he doesn't consider Diddy a friend.
No.
When I saw the video, he said I was kind of upset, being that I know him. Didn't say I was his friend, said I know him. And then Philip reiterated the question.
Yeah.
And he says, I don't know him like that. What do you mean, did I recognize him? I seen him. What do you mean, my experiences? I seen him.
I didn't
and I
experience
thought
him.
And I thought it was disgusting. I didn't do a zoom in to see if it was really him or nothing. But if he admitted it was him, so yeah, it was him. And then Philip asked Cameron his thoughts about the apology video.
Yeah.
And Cameron said, the apology ain't for me, it's for Cassie.
Exactly. Has nothing to do with me.
He ain't do nothing for me. What I think about it don't matter. You need to ask Cassie if she accepts the apology. I said what I said.
He ain't do nothing for her, man.
And then CNN played a clip of Cameron speaking to Mace.
Mace, yeah. Because they have a show together.
He says, in the video, Cameron asked Mace why he took himself to Biggie instead of Diddy's bad boy.
Mhm.
And Mace says in the clip, being that I saw you as a good friend, I wanted you with somebody I knew. Instantly, I knew Biggie would do right by you. And they tried to turn that around. Asked him again about Diddy's behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Cameron says, first of all, he goes, he takes a sip of Pink Horsepower, which is a supplement.
Pink Horsepower.
A supplement that he owns that helps improve libido, before saying, and I quote, sorry, I'm gonna go get some cheeks after this horsepower drink. He says this to a female interviewer.
Yes.
He says, I don't really know Puff like Mace knows Puff.
Right.
I appreciate what Mace said. And of course, that's my brother. So if he felt that way, he felt that way. I can't really tell you how Puff moves. Mace would know better than me.
Mace,
He then tried.
Mace was there.
He then tried to promote his podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And then Philip, who was visibly mortified at this point, asked him a question about the music industry and if Combs is protected by people in high places.
So the Illuminati is Diddy Illuminati is the question that we're asking here.
And he says, who's the talent agent for this joint?
That's the legitimate question.
You think I'd be sitting around watching what Diddy do? I didn't know this was a Diddy joint that y'all invited me to. Who booked me for this joint?
Did he do it?
And then he writes on Instagram later on, the fuck they invite me on CNN for?
Exactly. That is the biggest issue. If you aren't going to ask me about the thing that I'm promoting, why am I here? That is another thing. Anyone who we have on the show, if we are aware of something they're currently doing, we bring it up.
Mhm.
If we are unaware, we ask ahead of time, is there anything that you would like to talk about outside of classic hip hop and your movies or whatever, you know? And the last thing we say, is there anything else that you would like to say? No. Like everybody we have on here. So you think Diddy did it? All right, cool. Holla. You know, that's this is not how you interview. Abby.
Say it ain't so, Russ.
Yeah.
Because we haven't had a story of Russell Simmons putting his foot in his mouth in a while.
We haven't, because it's all been about Diddy.
Well, this is kind of about Diddy.
Yes, it has.
Hot New Hip Hop says.
Hot.
Hot.
Hot
Russell
shit.
Simmons has called out Diddy's peers for hypocrisy and nasty memes. This is coming from Russell Simmons,
Yes.
who has been accused in the past of untoward behavior.
Yeah, a lot of things. Which is why he's in, was it Bali?
I think so.
Yes.
He says, we have to look up and train our minds to see the good in things and not the negative.
And Vogue sing about that. Train your
How-
mind and escape to Bali.
I thought it was, you got to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative. How can you look at that video and bring out any positives of it?
No.
Hey, it's a good thing he kept his towel on.
Yes.
How's that? That's
Yeah.
the best I can spin.
Yeah. There's been entirely too much of the, hey, nobody's perfect, so let's not pick on Diddy. Fuck right off. Nobody is saying they're perfect, but anyone who has never beaten a woman in a hotel hallway for a camera can throw a stone or two.
I'm not perfect.
Nor am I.
I wouldn't beat a woman up in a hotel hallway.
No, in a towel.
Well, first of
You,
all, I'm
not her.
in a hallway in a towel because I'm fat. And ain't nobody needs
We all
to see
fat.
that. Second of all, I can't fight. So if anybody thinks I wouldn't be the one on the receiving end of that, ass whooping in the
yeah.
hallway, you are sadly mistaken.
That's what makes you imperfect.
Among the many things. But it's been an undoubtedly tough few months for Diddy. Aw, you want sympathy? Look in the dictionary between shit and syphilis.
Yep.
But now Russell Simmons has come out to try to be holier than thou.
Do his Uncle Russ thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Many people are reveling in the downfall of Diddy. Others are siding with him. arguing that it's not appropriate to root for his demise. Russell Simmons is one of them.
Yes.
He called out all the quote unquote hypocrisy, as he sees it,
Mm-hmm.
that he's witnessed firsthand, and says during a recent chat with fans on Instagram, I know it's fun to watch for some people. No, there was nothing fun about it.
No.
If I had a nickel for every nasty meme sent to me from people whose lives were enhanced and built by Sean Combs, I think it's a bit hypocritical when the only reason you have a life is because you worked for him, or he gave you a job, or lifted you up somehow.
So
nobody can say anything about Weinstein if he put them
If
in
he-
a movie,
right.
even if he tried to fuck him with this Jabba the Hutt body that he has.
Right. Can't do it.
Got it.
Yeah, there's nobody can say anything about Bambaataa if he ever gave them any kind of push in the industry, not in the booty. Yeah, if he did anything to support them or enhance their career by knowing him, you can't say anything. Bill Cosby.
With the zoobada-boobada-loobada-bop.
Exactly.
I think it takes a stronger person to stand up and say,
Against the person who put you where you are or
"Look,
helped you
this
get there.
guy did what he could do to get me in a place where I'm at.
Yes. And I
for that-
appreciate that.
I'm thankful. But I also did a lot of it on my own.
Yes.
And
And he did a lot of that shit on his own.
the stuff he did on his own that doesn't involve me, that's disgusting.
Yep. Yeah, it is very, very easy to say, we were great friends. He helped me a lot. He did some seriously fucked up shit that I was unaware of, but now that I am aware of it, that shit was fucked up. I'm saying it.
I've done that with people in
Yes.
the past.
No, there's entirely too much of what Russ is saying, which, you know, I believe Russ is speaking about his own situation,
Yeah.
but putting it on Diddy's situation, saying you guys are fucked up for doing that, for everything he
Epic
did for you.
Case of transference.
Yeah, for everything I did for you. I mean, that he did for you. You got to remember that.
Because he wasn't saying anything until this whole thing came out. And now it's the classic thing that people do. You know, don't forget about me.
Yeah. What about me? What about Raven?
What about my thoughts and prayers? I have a sad.
Yes. What about Raven? Lion, if you are to become a subscriber to our channel, which I know you have Amazon, if you can use your Prime subscription and it's free, you won't have those commercials anymore. But, you know, whatever.
I almost wonder, because they said share your comments in here, and only 2 people responded. And the best one is, what the fuck does that mean? How am I supposed to find the good in a rapist?
Exactly.
So I think that pretty much puts it as well as I could.
Yeah.
Wise up. That's our next one.
Yes. You better wise
Hip-Hop
up. No,
DX.
that's right.
Common and Pete Rock
Yes.
kickstart a new album rollout with a new single called Wise Up.
Should I play part of that? No.
No,
I think I will hold off on that.
you shall. Came out on 2 days ago as we
Yes.
record on this Wednesday.
It came out on. Go ahead, say it.
Yes. I was going to say on Wednesday, but you know,
Yes, we would have been a week
what
late.
Wednesday? 2 days ago as we record.
Yes, a day after people hear it.
They were teasing this project for a while.
Yes.
for months, actually.
And we reported on it.
And, hard-hitting soundtrack from good old Soul Brother #1. Common
He's a
comes out.
Sweet soul brother.
He is a sweet soul brother. Common comes out and do what he do. He paints a vivid picture of street life with slick wordplay and esoteric rhymes. Does not mean esoteric is on the record.
He did not take esoteric's rhymes and do them.
No, esoteric being an adjective, not a noun.
Exactly. It's not like ether.
No. Have a good weekend, Jason.
Thanks for stopping by, Jason.
Thanks for stopping. There's lines in here that they put in the article. I'm not going to read them because
don't do that.
It's better if they come from the artist himself.
I agree.
But I guess the video is really, really good too. They're rocking vintage brands in this thing, like Walker Wear,
Walker Wear,
Umbro.
Yeah.
Dude, Umbro was always just soccer to me.
Yeah, beach dudes.
But I guess last fall is when we started hearing rumblings about this pairing. He says, I've been listening to a lot of 90s hip hop because I've been creating a new project.
I've been listening to a lot of 90s hip hop too, because that's what I listen to.
And that was on The Beat with Ari Melber.
The notorious Ari Melber.
I can love Ari Melber, dude. I'm working on a new album with Pete Rock, and just the energy of that music, whether it's Brand Nubian, Tribe Called Quest, or De La Soul, because they got their music on streaming now. It's been inspiring to hear, but I'm creating new music right now, and I'm in a great space.
And we hope to be in that same space when that album
Very
drops.
shortly, yes. I'm sure that will be a record of the week
Yes,
when it happens.
you can guarantee. Yes.
So we'll let you know when the album drops, and I'm sure we'll play it, but you should also get it. Finally.
Get it.
And now, new school news.
Yes, that's a thing.
Glorilla says her new mixtape has surprising powers. I seen it with my own 2 eyes.
And that's enough of that shit.
And also in new school news, Sexy Red.
Yes.
The reason behind.
See, you're catching me. Yes, I got to switch banks.
Billy Booty Hole Brown.
I was going to say the creation of the greatest alter ego that's come from the last 5 years of this show.
Billy
Once
Booty Hole
again,
Brown.
as Kim would say. I almost bought that t-shirt down with me, but it's in the laundry. Is going to appear on WWE NXT next week.
So I have heard.
I almost wonder what kind of finishing move she has.
I'm sure it'll be
coming out of the booty hole Brown. And that's enough of that shit.
That it is.
We are going to take our first break of the day. When we come back, we will have a little bit of woo news, and then we're going to get into some music on Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 539, the Straight Outta Virginia edition. Coming right back at you.
It's like that double IPA I had last night, straight out of P-Town.
That was good.
It was. So did you see the thing I sent you?
Tasted very much like pineapple to me.
Yeah, I got pineapple out of it. Luckily, Lion, I did not forget that Bill was going to be in Virginia. Lion said he forgot you were going to be here.
Oh, is this the new picture?
That is. Lion, I meant to ask you.
Why does our skeletons look like they have beards?
Why not? I meant to ask you, were you connected to, associated with, are you still connected to, associated with one Maharaji? As I pause and wait for his answer. I thought so. What is it that he is doing now? And why didn't I know that Kid Sensation put out an album 4 years ago during the pandemic and he was on it? That's what I thought. Like back when we first started talking, I thought I remembered that. Is he still throwing pickles on rugs? That is not a question for you. That's a.
Is he still on the deaf side dancing like a freak?
He is. I told you I heard that Kid Sensation song. That's the way he started off. I know Lion has tried to put me in touch with Mix-a-Lot, but Mix-a-Lot didn't want to talk to me. So noted as such. I will not post that anywhere. You can hit me up later and we can discuss what you want to discuss or not. Alrighty. Let me get my drop prepared. It was just one of those things. I was like, hey, I think the Lion told me 100 years ago. I want to make sure that was still accurate. All right, I have my shimmies ready. I have my woo ready. Bill, you have disappeared.
I'm here.
There you are.
I'm here. I ain't going nowhere.
No, you can't go anywhere. Your wife took the truck.
She did.
You
I'm
are
a
stuck.
prisoner.
You are stuck here with me.
I'm in Diddy territory.
No. I am over here on the side. I am not behind.
That's funny.
Ain't nobody giving you back hugs. Do. Okay, player. You know what? I think I should put that up for anybody who's watching, all 2 people or whoever's left. What do you think?
Huh?
Oh, hold on.
Oh. Maharaji's on the left side dancing like a freak.
Look at this, Bill.
Yeah,
Tell me that motherfucker ain't on.
I am ordering that one. I will be buying that shirt the minute that goes into Melted Mike's. No 2 ways about it.
Mm-mm. Okay, sorry, everybody's. What the fuck? You guys are so boring right now. Patron's got a bunch of dead air. Yeah, no, sorry, Lion. I didn't see that. I was looking at an upcoming Melted Mike's TBT creative idea. There, I was not confused. I was just sidetracked by some magnificence.
There are still weakened knees when spied upon by the female of the species. Specifically when they spy upon one specific region.
Yes. All right.
No, I'm always amused at your brilliant humor.
I need to save this picture. I have this in the proper format to do with as we choose.
Yes.
because
Is he going to make that, or are we?
that's we were just discussing. That's where I was completely ignoring everyone who is actually here to see us, and I was
Is
talking.
that just going to be a Bill and Jamie exclusive?
I was talking to Pumice. He sent me the actual Illustrator file saying you can do with it as you like. And I told him, I said, sorry for the delay. We're currently recording and that you're here. He said, I'm sorry to hear that.
Man, I thought I was okay when Cranky left. Everybody else is just
Never
Pounded.
safe.
never. Never.
All right.
Never.
Let me do something for the people who are actually paying to listen to this show. And I'm going to hit this drop and then do an intro if you're prepared for some woo.
I'm never prepared. That's why the
That's
show is what it
why
is.
it does what it does and why we do what we do. And we're going to do that with a Shri. Woo's your mama?
Johnny.
Here comes the soul.
Y'all the Soul Brother #1 Pete Rock. Shout out to Jamie and Bill on Mr. Throwback Thursday. Peace and love, baby. Thank you for your support. One love, one love, one love, one love, one love.
He's a sweet soul brother.
1 2 1 2. What's good, yo? This is Ghostface straight from Staten Island, New York. And right about now, it's time for Woo News with Jamie and Bill. Y'all know what it is. Get it correct. Mr. Throwback Thursdays, Jamie and Bill. You know what I mean? On Woo News. That's what's going down right now. Y'all check this out. Exclusive. Peace.
The RZA, the Jizza, Raekwon, Master Killer, Inspector Deck, You God, Method Man, Ghostface Killer, and Old Dirty Bastard.
It's now time for Woo News with Mr. Throwback Thursday.
Shimmy, y'all.
Welcome back, Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 539. I entertain the hell out of myself sometimes with the woo woo woo. It is indeed time for woo woo woo.
Yes.
Woo news as it is. A couple of pieces of woo news for you this week.
Like we usually do.
As we talked about in the hip hop headlines segment, we're going to talk a little bit about substance.
Mm.
And you have labeled this article Substance. Written by Substance.
Tragedy Gaddafi.
Comes to us from complex.com. The Toast Face
Gorilla, whose autograph is right there on my Wu-Tang Clan district sign,
is reflecting on the lack of storytelling and the state of beef in hip hop by saying we had substance in our
a whole lot of
music.
superstars.
That's why I said we had on this stage here tonight. But I'm about to tell y'all one thing. This is our
My
Toast Face. So he's come out and said that the art of storytelling and beef amongst rappers has drastically changed this era of hip hop.
Drastically.
Rolling Stone shared a new interview with him last week to promote Set the Tone, the newly released album.
Mm-hmm.
Toastface came right out on the current state of hip hop and said the art of storytelling is long gone. Rappers no longer want to give listeners any material with substance and rather focus on the club scene, which we have been saying for the better part of the 10 years we have been on the air with this
I concur.
show. That's where ringtone rap came from.
Yes.
Didn't give a shit about the lyrics. Give me a 20-second hook that I can. What did he say when they asked about Nas or something? He said, "Ain't nobody listening to Nas."
Yeah.
This was one of the ball.
One of the
kids.
balls, yeah.
I just
Moneyball.
want something I can turn up to.
Right.
No, not money balls. So anyway, according to Toastface, the art of storytelling is dead. Rappers just want to focus on the club scene. I don't hear Nickelback's doing storytelling no more, man.
It's true.
He says there might be Nas, you might still got Slick Rick out there doing it. Raekwon, Jizza, a lot of stuff be regular darts, regular raps. Everything with this new generation
Raps new
is
generation.
about clubs. A lot of pussy getting thrown around and shit. It ain't like with MC Light. Even when Lil Kim did it, she was gangster with it.
MC Light, who has a new album coming out this year, is that the same MC
That would
Light?
be the one we talked about.
Okay,
yes.
player.
Lil Kim was a rapper's rapper. She was Erica Kane with it.
Ooh,
But
it's a soap opera reference.
I'm telling you. But the Lauryn Hills of this shit, gone. But I guess time changes because we was rhyming about smoking woolers at 16. Now you got these Nickelbacks, pills is off the meat rack with the lean and shit. But at least we had substance in our music.
It's true.
Everything is the same now. We're the type of Nickelbacks that can rhyme about an eyeball falling out your face and having the police pick it up and put it in a plastic bag. Police. These Nickelbacks can't do that.
Nobody's believing it if they do say it.
No, because they haven't lived it. The Wu-Tang member did show love to rappers who use melodies in their songs, including Lil Baby and A Boogie with the Hoodie.
A Boogie with a Hoodie? Yeah.
While adding those who came into the hip-hop scene with melodies changed the game. But he's not co-signing those who copy off other artists to chase a trendy sound.
So what you're saying is no biting allowed. Got it.
He also claims several rappers sound the same.
What?
Questioned why that trend is happening in the industry
Why it's allowed, yeah.
and why rappers are not doing, quote, their own shit.
Yeah, because nobody wants to work anymore. They said that worked for that guy. I can do that. And that's how you have the current crop of what you have.
And then they started asking him about beef.
I thought he was a vegetarian.
Beef has a whole different meaning from where he comes from.
Yeah, Team Lion said, remember when biting was uncool? Yes.
Yes.
Now it is the norm. It is expected.
He says, I don't like the beef because where I came from, beef is on sight. It's deadly. And we're not going to let off of it. We're going to keep the pressure on your motherfucking neck. And that's it.
Yeah.
I don't know about this new beef and shit like that. Maybe this new beef is like
the Impossible
burgers. Yeah, like Beyond Meat.
Yeah, no, when Lion saying, remember when biting was uncool?
Mm-hmm.
You will never hear me say this on the show again. You've never heard me say it on the show before, but I'm gonna make a Pitch Perfect reference. Was it Pitch Perfect 2 or 3? The one with the Green Bay Packers.
2, I think.
So where they're down and they're having their battle with all the different a cappella groups, and then one girl breaks out and does an original, and everything stops. He's like, "What was that?" And she's like, well, it was an original. He goes, what? He says, this is a cappella. This is covers. You do not bring original music into this. That seems to be what hip hop is now.
Yeah.
Like, you don't bring original shit in here. Everybody just copies everybody. That's what we do.
That's actually pretty accurate.
Yeah. Yeah, I would not bring up a Pitch Perfect reference if it wasn't on point.
So then they asked Toastface about
Grilla.
Drake and Kendrick going at each other and bringing up abuse and pedophile allegations, as well as who makes more money. And Toastface says, my type of beef rap is like slugs on your daughter or whatever the case may be.
Right.
Like, yo, you better sleep on a motherfucking Teflon pillow. A Teflon pillow beef. Some people
coming soon to Burger
it's
King
good for the culture. But I respect the old school beef that was for the culture because it taught you how to write.
Yeah.
It taught you how to use that pen. Nickelbacks wasn't talking about allegations and all of that other shit.
Allegedly.
Toast added that he wanted the rap beef to stop because the general conversation would change if someone lost their life as a result of the feud.
Well, of course.
He also revealed how much he doesn't like the media and how rap beef is covered. When these rappers come up dead, then what y'all gonna say? That's why I hate the media. I hate a lot of DJs that be trying to get in and be like, yo, you got to respond in 24 hours.
Yeah.
And when they don't have Kendrick Lamar respond back, say, oh, he's a pussy and this and that and this. But when one of these motherfuckers get laid down
within 24 hours,
then y'all can hear the radio next day on some black on black shit got to stop. We're losing too many of us.
Yeah. Hip hop culture is just violence.
Nickelback, you was the fucking referee. The fuck is wrong with you? All these little outlets, podcasts, and media Nickelbacks is nothing but the referees amping all this shit up, man.
It's true.
Let me just say for the record, as a referee, I never try to amp shit up. I'm not in the business of trying to purposely deal with shit.
That's what he's saying. He said, you're not supposed to be doing that.
Right. It's asinine.
Yeah.
So needless to say, Toastface is not a big fan of this whole Kendrick and Drake thing. Fature, man. Did I get it?
Close. I had F-E, and I didn't know how to spell it.
Oh, Feature, man.
Yes.
Oh, close enough.
Feature, man.
That's why I went with Fee.
Yes.
Fature, man.
It works.
So Revolt brings us this. And of course, we're going to spell feature because Revolt is reporting on 9 times.
9 times.
Clifford Smith Jr., professionally known as
H-O-D, man,
stole the show with a featured verse.
Yes.
Let's take a look at the countdown. And in no particular order.
No.
Number 1, Lemon by Conway the Machine. Now, were you going to play little clips of this?
Nah.
Then I'll just read out some of the lyrics he came out with.
Yeah. That's more fun anyway.
He says, Capone and Noriega watching CNN. Black whip, black tint. Y'all ain't seen in. It's con and meth. Spread the word, boy. It's C&M. No seeing them. These rappers in the scope, you'll never see an M. That's pretty good. That's wordplay, which is meth's
specialty.
Strong point.
Speciality.
Number 2, The What by the Notorious B.I.G.
Yes.
I'm not
the original Biggie.
Huh?
Not the original Biggie.
No. We actually are trying to get
We're trying, yes.
I'm not a gentleman. I'm a method man. Baby, accept it. Utmost respect it. And assume the position. Stop, look, and listen. I spit on your grave. Then I grab my Charles Dickens, bitch. That's kind of funny.
Well, yeah, I hope so.
You don't get a Charles Dickens reference very often.
No, it's perfect that it's in the same episode as a Pitch Perfect episode reference.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yes.
By LL Cool J. Number 3 on the list. Gotta love me. G-O-D. No one above me. Look good, but fuck
ugly. I just like the way he delivers that one. Look good, but fuck ugly.
Yeah, he came in strong on that record.
Yes.
Number 4, Got My Mind Made Up by Tupac. Nickelback's best protect they joints for 9 nickels. Man, I stay on point like icicles. Now, who want to test to Cal, then test tickles all up in your motherfucking mouth. That's great wordplay too. Of course, I love the explanations they put. I haven't been reading those, but this one sounds like white person explains rap lyrics. In this line, Method Man is warning his opponents that he'll never be caught slipping. So before they decide to go up against him, they had better watch their girlfriends and their mouth before he gives them something to talk about.
Like Bonnie Raitt.
Number 5, Hot Box.
Hot. Oh.
By J.I.D. My cup runneth over, theirs ain't full enough. They bad, but that ain't good enough.
Mm-hmm.
They mad because they ain't half of what I'm cooking up.
Ooh.
It's a pretty good one.
Yes.
Number 6, The Grand Finale by DMX,
Mm-hmm.
Ja Rule, Method Man, and Nas.
Yes. Not the motherfucking grand finale by the DOC.
Watch them young guns that take none. Nobody's safe from the Friday the 13th ghetto Jason. That's a interesting Halloween
Yes.
costume idea now.
The ghetto Jason. Is that what?
Mhm. And because it's DMX, you can just run around with that mask on going, what?
I had that in the board somewhere, but I don't have it anymore.
Round and Round by Jonelle.
No, not by Rat.
I adore Mia Moore, but every time she chooses to go to war, I'm looking at the front door.
Yes. All right, Lion, take care. Have a good day.
Take care, Lion. I will travel safely. Thank you very much.
No, you will not travel safely. Your wife is driving. You will travel quickly.
I don't know. I may end up driving home. It
Uh-oh.
really depends on how she feels. Or at least she'll drive until we get into New Jersey. She hates driving in that state.
It could be because of the smell.
Because it's has a
And
certain
whenever I
odor.
smell cheap cologne and raccoons, I know I'm in New Jersey.
Thank you, Fred.
I need that so much. So, number 8 on the list, Half Man, Half Amazing
Yes.
by Pete Rock. Can't we all just get along in this modern Babylon?
I don't think we can.
It's getting harder and harder.
Mm-hmm.
Last one on the list, Still on It by Ashanti. See, my palm been itching for the longest, so scratch that paper like NASDAQ.
Hmm.
NASDAQ's still a thing.
It is.
So,
And do people scratch it? Are they itching for a scratch?
that is not a Method Man line.
It is not.
Itching for a
Is
scratch.
that Force MDs?
Yes. Final bit of Woo News. You God.
Ooh, did you do something?
No. Just still
Just continue to suck.
Still the 10th best guy in a 9-man group.
Yep.
Although somebody had listened to his audiobook and said
Sanket,
that
yes.
Yes, said he had a lot more respect for him.
Yes.
So there's that.
Suckers never change.
And ODB is still dead.
Yeah.
It is time
It's
for
time.
music
Oh, good.
on episode 539, and we will start with a one and done. One and done for this week. And I think this is a true one and done.
Yes, you're gonna find if you take either name, you will find more stuff from each.
But as a collective,
It's the only thing I could find.
this is it.
Yeah, because like there's a 2008 and a 2021 by the MC,
Mm-hmm.
which at that point I would still call this a one and done. You know, if you're looking at 21 years between releases.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah. But anyway, gas
This
station we
is
passed.
a record that came out 1987.
that 85 to 89 is really, my meat and potatoes era.
Yes. This is the one and only record.
To our knowledge.
Enforcers.
Yeah.
Called I Am a Star.
Yes.
I have 8 tracks.
Yeah. And this is listed as Fresh Celeste and Enforcers.
Aha.
That's why I said this one. I mean, you can't see it from here, but it's right here.
Yes, I see it as
It's easier to look just this way. It's right there.
No, I just made it full screen on mine. Fresh Celeste and Enforcers. 8 songs running 38 minutes and 21 seconds, of which 6 out of the 8 don't have any listed plays. And one has almost 10,000.
Yes. And another one has
Everything else-
almost 2.
Everything else is garbage.
It could be great. We don't know.
We don't know.
I do know. I've listened.
See, it should be more successful because track number 1 is the title track.
It is.
I Am a Star.
Sucker! Sucker! Take that beat, shining star for you to see. What you like to do. It's not hard for me to face reality. I can see why everyone likes to follow me because I'm so damn fresh and sweet and so damn cool. If I say I'm not a star, I would be a fool because I am a star. And if you didn't know.
Okay. So Fresh
Definite
Celeste.
Miami-based sound.
Oh, yes. There's a lot of that coming in the future weeks, just so you know. Fresh Celeste, who I believe was a member of Enforcers. It's very weird because if you look up here, you see she's got an Enforcers shirt on and it says Celeste down the leg. But anyway, not the leg of the shirt.
No.
She sounds like she's MC Shy D with a deeper voice. All I can hear when she starts is, "Come, shake it, go, shake it."
That's actually very accurate.
It's scary.
Track number 2, Switch My Beat.
Sometimes you'd rather switch
Then fight.
than fight.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. We don't need no mic. Give us some headphones and rock for Switch My Beat. Switch my beat. Well, I'm beating my beat with the rest of my crew. It's other brand new from the force to you. You've been waiting and also debating for the super depth rhymes that I keep creating.
Did they listen to Raising Hell or King of Rock and go, look, you know what we should do down here? Nobody will ever hear us and compare us to them, so it's okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's rough.
Track number 3, One Nation.
Under a Groove?
Didn't say.
Ladies and gentlemen, the party has just.
Now that this party has come alive, let's push this thing into overdrive. Cause I'm inspired to rock you. How you claim you're the best, don't even try it. Are you ready to jam some more? Then come party people, let's go, let's go. I am Fresh Celeste, known in Miami as the best. Now you're shutting, don't stop that rocking. Just stay with the groove and keep hip hopping.
And keep hip hopping.
Track number 4, Crack is Whack.
Talk about crack.
Is that a Casio keyboard making an ambulance noise?
You see, space walk is why some call it crack. It's a killer, not a killer. That's a definite fact. You see, we have a serious problem in our neighborhood. So dog go bad, it doesn't. Hey, we call it crack. It will attack and cause you pain. Just rock cocaine.
It will cause you pain. It's rock cocaine.
Track number 5, Get It, Boy.
Oh, I can already hear this. Get it, boy.
I think this is the one that has 10,000 plays.
Yeah.
Almost.
Get it, boy. 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 Pump it up. Get it, boy. Pump it up. Get it, boy. Get it, boy. Get it, boy.
For the crew, now listen to this. To all united.
Track number 6. Get off that thing.
Would that thing be the crack?
Get in check.
And what does that
Not if you Diddy.
That's the real word.
Enforcer says
It's time
to get in check.
word. I'm back.
Let's find every groan and moan sound we can find from movies and records and put them all into one song.
Track number 7. Leave me alone.
Oh, you fucking MCs.
Let me tell you, homeboy, you better leave me alone.
So you butter, leave me alone. Butterscotch, leave me alone.
Final track on the record, number 8. Jam on the radio.
Crashes jamming on the radio. No.
This is your number 1 radio station. Okay, you're on. On radio.
Yo, man,
From the Valley of the
what's up? Nothing, man. Been chilling for a while, so what's up? Hey, you heard those new rounds coming out? So, what you wanna do? You wanna do?
Jam. On your radio.
Come on in.
Get off your ass and jam. Shit. Goddamn. Get off your ass and jam.
The M-Forcers with I Am a Star, your one and done for episode 539. Surprise, surprise. No charting action.
What?
I know. I know. You can knock me over with a feather.
Shit. Goddamn.
The record of the week. Very interesting one.
Why, thank you.
And a very interesting link to it that you sent me because I
Dude,
don't normally get rate my music.
No, because it's not anywhere yet. Like it came out
Yeah.
3 weeks
This
ago,
month. Yeah, 3 weeks ago.
but it's not on All Music. It's not on Discogs. This is the second album in this series, I guess.
Yeah.
The first one is there. The second one is not.
It's funny that it's not on any of those, but it's on Spotify and it's on Apple Music.
Yep. And it's on the Mr. Throwback Thursday podcast.
It was released May 3rd this year. It is from General Steel
Mm-hmm.
and S-K.
Yes.
It's called Building Bridges 2.
2 times. Oh,
I have how many tracks on this?
12. Don't bother to try to count that left-hand column, whatever thing you got there.
No, it's numbered actually.
Okay, good.
So thankfully they did that for me. Track number 1 reminds me of where we went on
Uh-huh.
the anniversary, which was the day after this record came out.
It was.
It's called Speakeasy. That was cool as hell, by the way.
Let's do this shit. Yeah, speak easy. Yeah, come on. You got to speak easy. Yeah, speak easy. Yeah, speak easy. Yeah, speak easy. That's right. Speak easy. Yeah.
What do you need to do?
Speak easy.
Yes.
And for those who don't know who we're talking about,
Oh, General Steel?
General Steel is from Smith & Wesson.
Yes.
And SK is just SK.
It's just SK.
But yes, General Steel is from Smith & Wesson.
Yes.
Track number 2, Dose. New York, New York.
I showed that this one features Cormega.
NYC. Coming stricken for freight here. Freight out the NYC. NYC. Coming straight out the NYC.
Yeah, this the rotten apple. I was born in a war zone. Watch the shrapnel. Facts actual, rap natural, homegrown. A rose grows from the concrete with stones thrown. Yeah, school of the hard knocks.
Track number 3 featuring Illa G and Louis Skaggy.
Looks like Skaggs on mine end.
Skaggs? It could be. Because
Like Boz.
Oh, like Boz Skaggs. You know what? Now that I've expanded this, it should give me a bit easier read.
Sure.
Oh, there you go. Yes, Louis Skaggs. Life's a bitch.
And then you die.
You know what they say, Chico? Life's a bitch. Then you die. Before that time come, let's get rich and let's get high. Word up. Yeah. They say that life's a bitch, and then you die, So let's get rich, and let's get high, They say that life's a bitch, and then you die,
So let's get rich.
And nut in your eye.
Don't do that now.
Track number 4 featuring
Say that for lyrics.
Louisville Slugger and Wisecrack. This is called Be Cool.
Real cool.
Yeah. Come on, Harlem the backdrop, charms in the neck, arms in the stash box. White ball with the rack top, hustling with the have-nots after the jackpot. New Jack City, litty with crack rock. Blastmaster bang shots when he dropped black cop. We adopted the doctrine, 25 to life to this living I'm locked in. And remembrance of my...
Track number 5 featuring Rim and Buckshot.
Buckshot.
It's called Detection.
Incognito. We're making movies, it's building bridges to see this. Weapon lethal, Dan Glover, stay in cover while fans hover. They got love for a cold rougher. Ain't no hatred, this flow sacred from the hood. The pioneers get the okay, it's so good.
Pioneers give the okay. It's all good.
It's all good. Gonna make me speak some Spanish on this next one.
I'm not doing it.
Track number 6 featuring Rock Ness Monster and Dirty Harriet.
Yes.
Rod Digger. Ya tu sabe.
Ya tu sabe, we VIP, no paparazzi. On the grill, just like a bache. In the field, running drills, making the profit. The Glock stocking, shots have you pop locking. The dawn locking, run a point, John Stockton. Straight shooter, Bays Buddha, no Bob Suda. Recite Surah, Pope Torah, like menorah. You like the aura, Violate the code, your life is over. I might be sober, most likely under the influence. Rap music, love the culture, been a student.
Track number 7 featuring Louis Skaggs and VVS Verbal. Bad Actors.
Not Verbal Kent.
And not verbals in your mouth.
No.
Every time I speak with intellect. You can't see me unless I appeared on the TV. Every time I speak with intellect, no one to disrespect.
That Lord Finesse.
You can't see me unless I appeared on the TV.
Let's go. Yeah, Me and Chico, bad actors, Mario Van Peebles. This ain't no movie, no playwright. This real.
You say Mario Van Peebles is a bad actor?
Yes, he did. Track number 8 featuring Louis Skaggs and Shabam Sadiq. Bodega Boys.
Where are our wives? At the Bodacious Bazaar?
My mind's designed to kill, and I'm still setting it off. My mind's designed to kill, and I'm still setting it off, letting it off.
Bodega Boys, these are some arrows. Tola Aki, no hocking on my hero. Keep it 100, started from zero. Fuck what they talking about, chicken, we keep it thorough. Cut the check, niggas is validated, educated.
There's a lot of mention of Chico on this record, but I don't see
Nothing
Freddie
of the
Prinze
man.
anywhere.
Yeah. And no Jack Albertson.
No,
one ever
there's no
talks
man.
about the man. And heaven forbid they mention Scatman Crothers.
No.
Track number 9 featuring Buckshot and Tech.
Of Tech and Steel or Smith and Wesson or Cocoa Brothers or
It's called Symphony.
Hard to believe, lifestyle is far from a dream. Not a caricature of me, not an amateur. I stay on my game. On the scene outside with the team. All by my dolly, all by my lonely. Just me, myself, and I don't need no coding. Niggas talk about sliding, but I think they slipping. Niggas talk about riding, but I think they snitching. They supposed to be stand-up guys, but inside I think they bitching.
Track number 10 featuring Genesis, Masai, and Low Wavy. Not to be confused with Wavy Channel 10.
or Wavy Gravy.
Or Wavy Gravy. It's called Chemical Romance. It's not my chemical
No,
romance.
no.
Not your chemical romance.
Yeah. Henny on the rocks. Way too many niggas being friendly with the cops. I don't play with any ops. If it ain't my nigga Buckshot, I don't really care about any props.
Track number 11 doesn't have any guest artists on it.
Nope.
So more or less, it's just them. So more or less.
You know what they say, man? No pain, no gain. Got older, the streets got colder. We need less shooters, more street soldiers. Less clout chasing, build better relations. Less confrontations, more celebrations. Keep it 100, we 50-50. That's 220, the money come 3.
And finally, track number 12, featuring a whole lot of people. VVS Verbal, Mari, Bo Black, Fly Def, Jarv, Landon Wordswell, Thurston Howell the third,
yes.
Brain Orchestra, Killa Tracks, and West Mad. It's the Yatu Sabe Cypher, and it's 10 minutes long.
We're going to play it all.
VIP, no paparazzi. On the grill, just like a bocce. In the field, running drills, making the broccoli. The Glock stocking shots, have you pop locking. The dawn locked in, run a point, John Stockton. Straight shooter, raised Buddha, no bar shooter. Recite Surah, poke Torah, like menorah. You like the aura,
That's a legitimate question.
Yeah,
It's
I guess it is.
not from Mr. Throwback Thursday.
So that is your record of the week. Building Bridges 2.
2 times.
We didn't do one.
We didn't.
We need to find one.
It's pretty easy. It's right here.
I would like to actually listen to it.
It's from 2016.
And I think 2 was very good. So I would give
Watch.
1 a listen now.
I will add the playlist.
you
Record
go.
of the week. Ta-da, there it is.
There you go.
Bam.
So, Building Bridges 2, General Steel and SK, your record of the week. Just came out 3 weeks ago. There's no charting action on it or anything.
Mm-hmm.
The one and done, Fresh Celeste and Enforcers with I Am a Star. Your artist of the month for what 1 more week, I think.
I think so, yes.
Is Kid Sensation.
Let's get live with the Kid Sensation.
And before we take our final break, we have an old to the new.
We do.
And we talked about it in Hip Hop Headlines.
Because that's how we do things.
Your old to the new for episode 539 is the collaboration between Chicago's own Common.
Yes.
And Pete Rock.
Pay no attention to that.
And it's called Wise Up. Which I can't hear without thinking of Hamilton.
I can't think without thinking of Pennywise because they have a song called Rise Up. Here we go.
Three wise men came to visit where I've been. They brought gifts with the Southside blend. One had Hennessy, the other a book of street ministry. The third gave a mirror and told me to remember me. Assemblies, similes, and metaphors, analogies, this analog, the reservoirs I come from. Niggas got the dog in them. They become gods, no longer with hog in them. I saw venom in the eyes of a snake. The Solomon for common man, I wise up the place like a prize in a race. That boy hold the medal by the scars on his face. I could tell he know the ghetto where we both trying to get to. It ain't coincidental. His is on the streets, mine's is over instrumentals. The Lord said my mental to be more than sentimental. The ventricles that I've been through are temples of what I've been through. Holy ground and pillars, Lord Willis, drug dealers, monks with keys to gorillas, Chicago illa. Some no dealer, rich cars for villas, parents trying to get their kids to 18, so they will us. Youngins is restless, investors. My man ain't from Dallas, but he know where the Texas hold him. My poker face is golden, pedigree of a legacy that's stolen. Wise like the old man with food in his beard. And when he cried freedom, it's jewels in his tears, blues in the beers, outside interferes. A sleuth for the truth, it's clues in the years. I unruled the fears so that I could get beers. Like the diabolical and do the improbable, that anything's possible ill, but it's logical. Touched by black angels so you can feel the molecule.
Wise Up.
Show all the people in the place.
Common with Pete Rock, you're old to the new for episode 539. Well done track.
Mm-hmm.
And very much thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yes. And cannot wait for the rest of the album.
Me either. It is time for our final break of the day.
Yes.
And when we come back, it will be the in-person version of Bill Reed's lyrics. I'm sure Jamie will turn around and stare at me the whole time.
I would in the meantime squish your head.
Squish my head as I'm looking at you and looking sideways on my camera, but I see you. It's just crazy. All right, let's take this final break. And when we come back, Bill Reed's lyrics coming up. Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 539.
Yay. I sent you a link.
I see it. And I will use the discount code.
Yep, that's what I did. Already ordered mine. Pull this up here. Make sure I've got that over there. Let me get to my drop. So we have that ready to go. We'll put it up here, put it over there, and we go to the intros and fillers.
We need Brian Green to order this shirt. I need to send him this link.
Yes. What the hell am I, the motherfucking piano. That's what I'm looking for. Which is right there, listed under the motherfucking piano.
Well, what else would it be called?
It was called Very Soft Piano Sad Rap Beat Instrumental. But it is now the motherfucking piano. All right, I'm going to get us started on this with the drop in the intro while you're ordering a shirt. So let's do that with a Shri. Who's your mama?
I'm told up from the floor and everything's black, but still I'm on point, ready to buck, ain't nothing sweet, Jack. Bucktown, I represented on the love. Deeply rooted from my Timbs to my dick. Yo, check this out, this is them boards, PNC boards, New York, VA was at it. Let my tool click, nowhere to run, Smith and Wesson, Mr. P. The smirks while you're getting torn apart. It's the Throwback Thursday podcast. Gotcha. I rolls under boot camps. The original gun clap. Home with the original gun clap. Home with the original gun clap.
Funky. Hip hop.
But it starts with Bill.
I'm Bill S. Preston. It's called reading. Top to bottom, left to right. Group words together as a sentence. Take Tylenol for any headaches. Midol for any cramps.
Most people probably don't listen to the lyrics, but they should.
Welcome to Bill Reed's Lyrics.
Welcome back, Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 539. It is indeed time for the live in Virginia version of Bill Reed's lyrics.
It is.
So, I'm probably more scared than I would be normally.
You should. I should just have you come over here and read it. But no, I'm going to send it to you in the private Shazat.
And there it is. It's odd we don't do a whole lot.
We don't.
All right, let me move this over to the other side. Because there we go. Because I need to be able to see your reaction while I read. Where am I going?
Verse 1.
Okay, that's the intro. That's the chorus. It's weird that you have chorus before verse.
Yeah.
Okay.
So with no type of ado.
Ever.
Sesame Street Grover styley, whether nearer or further.
I'm further twice now. That's weird.
You are further and further.
It's better than being Dumb and Dumber.
We'll cue the motherfucking piano.
Early morning, turkey bacon on the wake up. Yeah. Cheese with them grits. Them tits. Watching you shake them. Oh, yeah. You thick as oatmeal. I'm a ready to Quaker. Come on. Oats. But first, let me smoke. Wanna hit this? You fucking with me, 'cause you know I keep that Bisquick. Stroke a pole while I roll up. Baby, lick this. Work it out. Big fitness. Got me yelling, Lord, can I get a witness? Hole in your cup? Let me stir it softly. Come and be the cush to a Nickelback coffee. You fiending for the 9. Let me Nina Ross you. Yeah, how you like me now. You make it messy. Then you quick to wipe me down. Top it off with head. I ain't king without my crown. Ooh. Popping like it's grease. Yeah, I'm loving every sound. Drop it like it's hot till I'm back around.
That wasn't horrible, was it?
Thicker than oatmeal. You know I got the Bisquick. No, that made me more hungry than anything.
That's a little scary, but I understand.
Well, I'm damn sure glad
you understand.
Because I ain't got no spare change. We have reached the end of the road.
We have, like Boys to Men.
Sang. So,
do you have it?
Do I have another hat?
Yes.
No, I only brought this one. You know what I could do, though? I could put on the Virginia one. Oh, look at that. See, I'm cute.
Amazing.
So
if you would be so kind as to switch your hat from Bill to Phil.
I am now Virginia TBT Posse. How do you like that?
How you like me now? So, yeah.
We
And
haven't
then
had enough Cool Mo D on the show in a while.
you can proceed to take us home.
Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 539, the straight out of Virginia version. Brought to you in part by the world's strongest coffee, Death Wish Coffee. You find them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and at deathwishcoffee.com.
Mm-hmm.
Use the code TBT at checkout to save 12% off your first order. And then the code Throwback will save you 10% on every subsequent order. That's a good word.
That is a good word.
The world's strongest coffee, Death Wish Coffee. Don't forget to check out friends of the show, Def Rugs, defrugs.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Def Rugs. Handmade, high quality, hip hop themed rugs brought to you by the one and only Rug E Fresh himself,
I know that guy.
Marshall Fox, and his business associate, the green-eyed bandit, Eric Sermon. And because I'm here, in my hand,
look, it's right there. It's a Def Rug.
it is a Def Rug, and it is much bigger than you would anticipate. So
That's what
go
she
get
said.
Yourself one. Not what, not what she ever said to me.
So she
Def
said
Rugs.
to Snoop.
Yeah, defrugs.com. Our good friend Heather Lynn up in Schenectady, New York, is the proprietor of the Bittersweet Candy Company. She makes candy and chocolate that is small batch, different, and
delicious.
Check her out on Facebook. Order at bittersweetcandy.com. Use our code. Use our code Throwback to save 10% off your order at bittersweetcandy.com. Melted Mics.
Who that?
MLTD. MICS, meltedmics.com. Hip hop and other hip hop type t-shirts available for you from the fantastic mind of Pumice T. Mendola, including the newest
This
design.
was from the mind of me. He
That's
just
what
made
I
it
said.
happen.
That's what I was about to say. And
Yes.
if you look on the screen, a Mr. Throwback Thursday inclusive design. Designed by Jamie. Made by Pumice.
Yeah. Envisioned by me.
Yes.
Brought to reality by Pumice.
Very good. Yes. A takeoff on the classic beer that needs to be in this fucking joint.
That's right.
With a quote from one of the greatest movies ever made.
Yes.
So go check out the new Mayor Don't Bother Nobody t-shirt from Melted Mike's.
Yes,
And you can
I've
save
already
10%.
ordered mine.
You can save 10% off that t-shirt by putting in the code MR Throwback Thursday at checkout. Etsy.com/shop/sheep. Geek
Yeah.
like
Sheep
you.
like me, yes.
Sheep like you.
Chic Luch,
Geek
yes.
like you. Yes, I don't know where Chic Loach comes in here. Hip hop and pop culture themed items from the Sick Twisted Mind of Mr. Throwback Thursday himself and his sick twisted wife, Mrs. Throwback Thursday, who have been great hosts to me, by the way.
Well, thank you. It's all my wife.
So I thank you very much. But you can order from Geek Like You by going to etsy.com/shop/geek like you. Social media network for the show.
Ken is disappointed that he did not win anything on this monumental occasion of Bill
We
being
didn't give
here.
anything away today.
Hold on, wait.
You know what? I was wondering if you were going to
Ken, I will pronounce you winner of this one packet of Death Wish instant coffee that is here. I have 2 packets left. One of them is yours because you were here in the beginning and you were here at the end.
And I don't normally drink instant coffee very much.
I do not at all.
Theirs is good.
Good. So yes, congratulations, Ken, on winning a packet of Death Wish instant coffee.
Does that make you the packing man?
Hey, I'm the packing man.
There you go.
The packing man.
Social media network for the show. Everything begins and ends with MrThrowbackThursday.com, MRThrowbackThursday.com, the homepage for everything Mr. Throwback Thursday, including the Posse Wall of Fame.
Where our picture will go.
Of the one we took today, and the picture of the score sheet from our win in trivia last night.
Yes, because we are big wieners.
Again, not what she said.
No.
And the name of our team last night was TBT.
It
Posse,
was, yes.
So it was influenced by all of you. They didn't ask any hip hop questions, though.
They did not, and I was very upset. But
They did ask hockey question, though.
Yes.
And I got that. So, yay me.
And I got a Swiss cheese question.
And we learned, and you got it right. And we learned that the only X-rated movie to ever win
We said the
Academy
last
Award
yeah.
for Best Picture
Best
was
Picture.
Midnight Cowboy oddly enough, in 1969.
A number.
A perfect number for an X-rated.
Yes.
Where did we leave off?
I don't know.
MrThrowbackThursday.com.
Yes.
We also are on Twitter, or the artist formerly known as Twitter,
Or whatever you
Jamie
want to call
at
it.
The _MR_TBT, and Bill _MR_TBT, which is also my Instagram and Threads handle. Jamie on Instagram and Threads is MR Throwback Thursday, which is also our TikTok channel.
Yeah, I didn't do one this week. I downloaded the video from last week and I put it on. And by the time, since you were showing up
Yeah.
on a Wednesday, I had other stuff to do and I did not get to
Perhaps
TikTok.
we'll have a good one. for
Apologies.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Shout outs time.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing we do.
We are going to shout out the guy who just won instant coffee.
Instant coffee.
We're going to start with Ken Elsfelder and Gail Dunmeyer and Manny Baez, Sarah Henderson and John Henderson and Hugo Gonzalez and Sanket Patel, Teresa Lynn Simple Luxuries at teresalins.com, Clay Arsenault, the Shrieking Warrior Jennifer Buchanan, Jason Heath, Jessica Walker, Shane Hatley, Ricky Schnarr, Mr. Cranky Pants Brian Hollenbeck, the legendary Kevin Van Buren, Robert Jeffroy, Kate Harvey, Catherine Liska, Ken Dwinell, and Wanda Calamia.
Who you gave her quota last week.
I did. Her QUNT quota, which was almost the name of last week's episode. But we were afraid that standards and practices would reject it.
And our artwork.
Oh, God, the artwork would have been something. Anyway, they all get mentioned because
I got 5 on it.
Or more.
Which we heard earlier today.
We
as
did.
We were out and about. You want to get your name mentioned every week? Get
I do.
5 on it. Become a patron. Go to patreon.com/MRTBT and join at the loonies level.
Or higher. There are higher levels.
There are higher. Some strange things you get for joining the higher levels.
There's one that you get billed to do some stuff, but I don't even remember which level it is to be able to tell you. I set these things up like 5 years ago.
That sounds so dirty when you say it that way.
One of these times, somebody's going to join one of those levels and they'll be like, so is Bill going to come to my house and record my answering machine message on my cassette for me? Because
think anybody does cassettes.
I know, but who knows? Maybe that's a level we have. I don't know.
It was at one point. Anyway,
The gas station we passed.
We heard that before too.
We did.
Although you were in the store, I heard it
Yes.
myself. Don't forget our friends in the industry. As always, check out 1980s Now with Will, Cat, and John. Check out Anthony, Imran, and the Rug Boy over at the Jock and Nerd podcast. Check out Talking Ty, our friend, on her show, What's the Word podcast with Brooklyn Ty NYC. Check out the hardest working turntablist in the world, DJ B.
Yes,
on
yes.
itsfreshradio.com and the Fresh Radio app for your phones. Check out wild1radio.com. We are on there 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are on Fresh Radio for the most part 10 a.m.
Yes, for the most
but
part.
that's subject to change. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, review, all of that good stuff.
Oh, hey, and as we record, happy birthday, Greg LaPlante.
Yes, very
forgot.
much. Thank you for mentioning that. Happy birthday, Greg. Hope you have a wonderful day. I'm sure we will see him at the draft.
On the gridiron. Yes.
And once again, find us, share the good word, take good care of each other and yourselves. Wash your hands.
Wash your butt.
And until next time, keep it classic.
And like Kool Keith said, with yellow eyes, my green face, my pink and white afro, I'm no toy kid. Your style is made by Hasbro.
And always remember,
New school stale, old school fresh.
ESH